Welcome to Buns and Banter, a podcast by work besties for work besties. Hey, I'm Lauren.
And I'm Aly.
We're both morning show hosts for iHeartMedia.
And we're live in 3.
We're both millennials.
And we're both trying to figure out how to build the lives we dream about.
Dating.
Marriage.
Career.
Career and being a mom.
How to get through a week without crying.
Welcome to Buns and Banter.
We're glad you're here.
Good side.
No, like what side do you feel comfortable on?
I feel comfortable here.
Okay.
We could mix it up.
We can mix it up. Yes. Yes.
In the studio, we don't have this problem because it's just the microphones are where they are.
They are where they and they're in terrible spots most of the time.
Yeah. And in here, I mean, the options are
Unlimited.
So
Maybe not unlimited. I don't know if I'd necessarily want to show off the windows that I can only assume have some kind of crazy glue and tape stuck on them.
yeah, that's a situation, isn't
That
it?
looks like crime scene tape left over, you know? So maybe that end of the room
Yeah.
stays behind the scenes.
Yeah. So we've talked about this quite a few times. This is going to be an adjustment for us
Learning experience.
because I want to talk to you, but I also like how
know.
How often do I check back in with the camera? So if you're listening to the podcast right now and you're not watching it, the podcast is now available in video form.
Yeah, the visually pleasing side of Buns and Banter. Mm-hmm. We look visually pleasing today. I'm glad we both did buns.
Me too.
Did you wake up extra early to try to look nice? Because I did.
I did.
You look gorgeous.
And I tried to do my hair this morning, and it just didn't work out. I wanted to do a half up, half down bun.
Oh!
And it just wasn't working for me today. And sometimes you just got to say, F it. We're putting it all up. So that's what we did.
Yeah. This is, let me see, day 6. Day 6 of this loveliness. So it was not going to be worn down.
That is impressive.
It's wash night tonight.
So impressive.
So, well, impressive, that's a strong word for it. I mean, I think people have I've had a very small amount of my followers that notice when I post my elevator pics in the morning, and they will be the first to call out and be like, oh, hat today, didn't wash your hair, did you? And I'm like, I don't know if I want that as my legacy.
I love a hat.
I love a hat, but it is usually on the days where I really need to wash my hair.
Yeah, same. I'm not wearing, I like the hats that I wear,
You have great hats.
but I'm not going to put a hat on my clean head.
So we are doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. This episode is all about, I think, fair to say, the hard work we're putting into this podcast, how important it is to us,
Yeah.
how good we've been feeling connecting with so many new people because of it.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to take this next step. And so we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing the damn thing, like you said.
We are. And I just got tired of talking about it. And it's certainly not perfect. We have some things on the list that we want to do to sort of make it a little bit more visually interesting and make it a little bit more Buns and Banter.
Yes,
And a little bit less I heart red and gray and
Shiplab.
yeah. Which is like cool
Which is great.
for an office, but just like maybe not the vibe for our podcast.
Because that's, like, we've talked a ton about that, you know, the vibe we're looking for. And I know my listeners, and I'm sure yours are too, love to give advice that we always enjoy.
We do.
So, you know, if there's something that you guys have seen or that you really enjoy from podcasts you've watched, like, float us some advice, float us some ideas.
Yeah, let us know if there are podcasts that you strictly will only watch and you don't listen to.
Yeah.
And I love to look at what other people are doing and see if I like it and if it works for them. And so we're into it. So, you know, send us a message or whatever.
Because right now my only ideas are all pink.
Right, yeah.
Because obviously.
I feel like that's very much a vibe.
It is good.
Yeah.
It is good.
And I love your idea of maybe incorporating some merch soon.
Right?
Yeah.
This is so fun and so new for us, and I feel like we're very much stepping out of a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because we are not those people. We've never been, like, I would never in a million years think of, like, oh, I should have merch.
Self-promotion is very, very difficult for me.
Same.
Because it feels so egotistical. when it comes to promoting myself, when I watch other people execute self-promotion, I'm like, do your thing. Like, yes, that's what you have to do. Like, you
Right.
got to get the word out there, especially if, you enjoy what you're doing and you have a product that you're proud of. Like, do that. But I just why do I get so nervous and
I don't know.
scared? I think I have a fear of being seen.
Probably me too.
I think we do.
I just have so many levels of anxiety. I never know which one I'm going to pop out on at any given day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, self-promotion just.
We're going to do it together. We're doing it together. It's less scary when you have a buddy.
It is. And we hype each other up.
We do.
And if we're the only two that are going to watch this, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm going to look at it and be like, God, we look good. We're killing it.
Yeah.
For the two of us, it's amazing.
I think we should reset now that we have a video element.
Yes.
I think we should reset why the podcast is called Buns and Banter and also what we get up to.
I liked this.
What we get up to.
See, these are the things you're missing when you're only listening and not watching. She just did the most like maniacal. You make a great like happy villain.
Yeah.
So Aly and we've been working at iHeart together for over a decade. Mm-hmm. Over a decade, yeah.
That's crazy.
And, we're kind of like the only two women at this point in morning shows, on our studio floor. And we've just naturally gotten super tight, I think. But we also come from very different life spaces right now.
Yeah. Totally. What's your life space?
I am married with 2 kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old. But I still get it.
I still
get it.
I
I don't love the whole, oh, you're a mom. Oh, so you don't do things anymore. For your information, I was at the club in Grand Haven 2 months ago, and I got home at 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you did.
Paid for it for the next 5 days.
Right.
But worth it.
Yeah.
Whereas you...
I am a single crazy dog lady in my early 30s. And basically I just want to sell all my possessions right now and refurnish my house.
Really?
That's all I want to do right now.
I think the furniture in your house is beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
love creeping on you in your videos. You have a beautiful bedroom.
Thank you.
You're just very good at decor.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I feel like I suck at it.
But see, 2 very different things. I don't even try to decorate because at any given moment, there will be some kind of fluid on it. All of my, I feel like I'm an old woman because so much of my furniture is covered. Not in plastic, but I have a couch cover that I bought online, and I have a blanket over my nice new fabric chair.
Ooh.
It's really just my husband's leather recliner where I'm like, well, yeah, if somebody pukes or bleeds on that, it's easily
You
cleaned.
can wipe that off.
Everything else, though, I just feel like I wonder when that changes. When do your kids get old enough where you can have nice things again?
I don't think ever.
Boom.
I don't think ever. Because
I-
I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I have a dog.
Yeah.
And my furniture is also covered in 75 blankets because she sheds.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too much. And you know what is funny is that I remember when I bought my house, I was talking to my co-host Matt, and I was asking him, because he had 2 or 3 dogs at the time.
Oh, yeah.
I was asking him about couches and what he has in his dogs because I was worried about the shedding with Fran. And I was like, I think I'm going to get a leather couch.
Ooh.
And he was like, ooh, I wouldn't get leather because their nails will scratch it and puncture it. I would get probably something fabric-y, but a tight weave so that the hair can't get in there. So that's what I got.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, spoiler.
It is not a good situation. And now he has since purchased himself a leather couch and loves it with his dogs. And I'm not mad about it, but I'm like, of course.
Looks great.
And now I feel like I'm stuck with this couch until it literally
Yeah.
is worn down to the threads.
Because furniture is hard to bring yourself to buy. I feel like it's just expensive stuff when you want it nice.
And I was very much I don't know what kind of phase I was in, but I knew that I was going to get my couch from West Elm.
Oh!
And I got it on sale. But
I love West Elm.
I wouldn't repurchase a couch from there.
Really?
I wouldn't. I really wouldn't.
Hot takes.
Hot tip.
On the like, I like that. I love that stuff though.
Yeah.
When you say like, "Hey guys,"
or at least that couch in particular, I would not repurchase. I think that there are better. I think that there are better options.
So it's interesting, like advice you get as like a dog mom versus advice I've gotten as a kid mom. It's very rarely positive. It feels like every single person who has ever had a kid, or even those without kids, but they've had kids in their lives, just love to save the horror stories for advice. And I'm like, I've got my 5-year-old and my 2-year-old now, and we could be talking about like, oh my gosh, when can you have nice things again? And without fail, someone will be like, huh, never. And you think it's bad now.
I just said that.
But like that, but I get that. Then when they go on, they go, I mean, wait until they're teenagers and they're coming home. I had someone tell me, well, at least little kids can't get caught underage drinking on school property and then have to be tethered for 1.5 years. I'm like, true. I guess I should savor these moments. Like the advice you get as a human parent is never anything other than, do you want to hear the crazy my kids put me through? Yeah. Maybe you get that with a dog, but I didn't. I have 2 dogs and I never got the kind of advice I get from weird humans.
I don't get horror stories from people. I just get people telling you that you're doing everything wrong. You're doing everything wrong, especially because Fran is a special girl. She's got some quirks. She's reactive, aggressive. So we've done a lot of training with different trainers and stuff, and I swear every time I post like a related video about her training or like what we're working on or whatever, there's always 5 or 6 people. I posted a video of her eating a bone one day, and someone was like, those are really bad for her. And I was just...
Yeah.
I get it. When people know something or think they know something, like they want to share that knowledge. And I truly have to believe that those people are not meaning to make you feel like an idiot or make you feel bad. I truly just feel like they are trying to share the information and they just don't know how to do that in an appropriate way.
There it is. That's what I'm going to tell myself.
You know?
Yeah.
I have to...
Don't you wish you could tell them that, though? Like, oh, I see that the positive intent was there, but you completely effed it up.
Yeah. But that's the internet is so hard because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And you don't know how someone is saying something because you read the comment and interpret their tone of voice or their body language or whatever. Like, you don't actually have them in front of you. And this could have been the nicest person in the world saying, ooh, those are not good for them.
Yeah. But you read it.
But I was like, of course I read it as, those are so bad for them. You know?
Oh, I'm so glad we're getting into warmer weather because I cannot tell you the comments. And any parent will tell you this. Their kid's not wearing a coat in cold weather. Oh my ever-loving Lord. Like, it's just, and I follow so many moms on my Instagram, my TikTok and stuff that have just, they do that thing where they're walking around holding the coat like, I tried. Y'all, I tried. Yeah. Here it is. There she is. I have it with me. She doesn't want it on. Back the F off. I mean, just, how many times I've taken, because kids aren't supposed to wear coats in car seats.
Right.
Anybody doesn't have kids yet. You're not supposed to have coats on them in the car seat. There's a really jarring video where they show you what happens with crash test dummies if your kid has like a puffy coat on so the car seat can't be tightened all the way. The stuff of nightmares.
Okay.
Don't watch it.
No coats in the car seat.
No coats in the car seat. But then you got to like take the kid out of the car seat.
Right.
You know, you're going to Meijer or whatever. Oh, this woman passed me once. I had just pulled my daughter out and she was like, whew, bit nippy for short sleeves. And it was just one of those days. It was one of those days. And I'd had a day and I looked at her and I was like, ma'am, her left thigh is still in the car. Her coat is right here. I am putting it on her for my walk into the grocery store. Thanks so much for your concern.
She obviously didn't know that. She obviously was at an age where she
She was some old curmudgeon.
She didn't have grandkids yet. Or
Not that I'm being ageist, but she was a She was an old biddy.
She didn't know that you couldn't wear coats in the car seat though, because if she knew that you couldn't wear coats in the car seat, you're not saying that. If you're watching someone get their kid out of the car.
Yeah, I'd like to think that. I think she would have said it no matter, and just the way she did it, like walking by with her cart and its broken wheel. You know, I judged her for that too. You know, if a cart's got a broken wheel, put it back and grab a new one, ma'am. But she just had to.
I bet she doesn't take her car back.
Oh, I bet she definitely does not put her cart back.
That's a deal breaker for me.
God, that made me feel good to hear that.
If I am considering someone in a romantic way and they don't put their cart back in the cart corral, you may as well have just called your waitress a curse word or something. I don't know. Like, that's as bad as like not tipping well or snapping for the check. Can't do it.
Have you ever put someone's cart back in front of them?
I do it all the time.
Yeah. I'll wait for them to like get in their car and I'll take it and like make sure I'm like walking behind their car so they can't pull out. Like, don't worry, just taking your cart back like God intended.
I was at Flowerland over the weekend getting some stuff, and it stresses me out there because they don't have actual metal corrals where you go put the cart back.
Yeah.
They just have signs that say leave your cart in this area.
Yeah.
And that,
It's kind of like Costco. It's just a big corral and you're like, I gotta line them up. I gotta line them up. I feel bad. I can't do it. Oh my God. The other consistent theme in this podcast is that Allie and I are just really great people.
I think so.
Most of what we did is never, not me, not you, not us.
We think we're great. Apparently other people do not think that I'm great. I was really torn if I was going to share this or not. I have already told you this.
Yeah. Oh.
Got ghosted.
I'm so mad about this.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. I mean,
we've talked about him on the podcast, I believe. You had mentioned him.
I think I had mentioned him.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, he lived on the east side of the state.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I was driving over there, which is like a 2.5 hour drive. So I was scheduling, like, dates with him when I was going to see my family. And I thought it was going really well. And I was, like, very optimistic. And I was like, okay, like, all right, I like this. I'm into this. Kiss of death. I know. I know whenever I'm starting to be like, yeah, no, I'm feeling this person, that's when it's over. The end is in sight because we had a great date and then we're talking about the next time that we're going to see each other.
Yeah.
I had a wedding in Vegas. He mentioned he was going to do some traveling for work. I said, okay, I do have like a weekend in the future. It was Easter at that point. I am coming home for Easter to see my family. And then I just like never heard back from him. Like never heard back at all. Ugh. I'm not surprised because dating, there's not much that can surprise me being 31 and like online dating. I feel like I've seen a few things. But, you know, keeps me humble for sure.
God. So I thought of you the other day, because I've got to find this article too. Would you wear something to let people know you are single?
Oh.
Did you see this? So it's the one I saw was a ring, and this girl was talking about it, and I think I saw a TikTok on it as well, and she said, she was very confident. She goes, I realized that I'm a really gorgeous woman.
Oh.
That's right. It started and I was like, ma'am. She's like, I realized that I'm probably a really gorgeous woman and I am not maybe very approachable. I'm probably intimidating.
Okay.
And, you know, pretty, so guys don't necessarily come up to me. And so she has decided to try and like start this movement that you can wear something to let guy, girl, whoever know I'm available and interested. Like, I'm looking. I'm game. Feel free to come up to me. Would you do that?
No.
Because I gotta tell you, I would love to wear something to let people know, like, yes, I'm a mom. No, my life hasn't ended. Like, to cut that conversation out entirely right there would be great.
Yeah.
But no, not for you.
No. I don't, no. I just don't want to invite any unwanted attention
It's a bold move.
into my life.
Yeah.
Nor am I ever anywhere where I would be, like I'm not out at the bars anymore.
That's true. This requires that.
You know?
Yeah.
I will occasionally go out with my friends or whatever to go get a drink or go grab dinner. But typically in those spaces, I just want to hang out with my friends.
Okay.
I don't want to like cruise for guys.
What if we were in a space full of top tier? I'm just spitballing here. Like,
Okay, where would
maybe
that place be?
where
do you think that
like
place
the
is?
fire department?
The fire department?
I'm sorry. I have never in my life seen an unattractive fireman. Firefighter. Men, women, I would love to be rescued, especially by some of GR's finest. I'll be honest with you. I see them in parades. We live down the street from one of the firehouses. And I also saw a TikTok of a woman who went to an air show, and she was like, whoa, suddenly I'm going to act very confused about what this is all about. And maybe one of you fine service people can explain it to me.
Yeah.
There's some spots.
Yeah. I saw a guy talking about how a failed situationship that he was in, this was on TikTok. He said, so it's time to go look confused in Target again.
Yes!
And then a woman commented, don't go to Target. All of the women that you want to talk to are not at Target. They're at Lowe's or Home Depot looking confused.
Boom.
So you guys are missing each other again.
Oh my, the lumber department at a Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards. I mean, how a board hasn't just crushed me to death just because I'm like flipping through like it's magazines. Chris took me once when we were redoing our bathroom. He was like, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm just looking through 2x4s. He's like, that's not how any of this works. So you're absolutely right. That's where they're at.
Yeah.
Never.
I just don't really ever look my best at Lowe's or Home Depot.
I disagree.
And I rock that RBF hard. So hard.
Well, it's typically like a Saturday morning when you can go, right? That's how it is for me. I'm irritated to be awake. I don't want to be there listening to things I don't know about, you know? And then the tipping of the scales is when Chris will try to involve me. And he's like, babe, do you mind grabbing me like a Phillips 4.27? And I'm like, what? Who did you marry? I thought you said that there was like snacks here. Let's just do what we need to do. I don't even know. I was just going to watch the kids and make sure they didn't run off.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it holds.
Well.
The biggest relationship builder ever was remodeling.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
When we had to do that bathroom. I know I will never forget the definition of the word flush. Babe, is that drywall flush against the wall? Yes. It was not. But we didn't know until we drilled it all in.
Oh.
Some words. And I said, why can't you just cut another piece and stick it in there? He's like, this could end us. I was like, it could, but I love you, and I'm going to go have a glass of wine and come back and work more.
Wow. I mean, you guys, you renovated a bathroom, you renovated a kitchen. Someone else renovated the kitchen. Okay, got it.
The bathroom was really the one and done for us. We didn't divorce. We didn't die. And that was pre-kids.
Yeah.
So we still procreated. And you've got to be in some kind of good space, you know, to do that.
That's impressive. You and Chris are very solid. Very solid.
Well, you know, we're okay.
If my therapist ever again asks me if I have healthy examples of relationships,
Oh, God,
I'm going to say you and Chris.
don't do it. He texted me the other day, and we have to put in all this paperwork for the kids' school. It's like that time right now, which is insane to me. And he was like, hey, like I got Will's paperwork all done for kindergarten, and Sophia should be all caught up. And I was like, thank you. I really appreciate you. I get back a, yeah, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, it's not what you think.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Because I know what I thought was coming. And he goes, so you're saying that I could fish 2 days in a row? And then he sent me a bunch of gifts. He sent me that cat from Puss in Boots that's like, and And then he sent me the Law and Order gif of Olivia Benson going, it's a long shot, but it's worth a shot. That's the relationship we have. So
what'd you say?
I was like, that's fine. After I looked at the forecast and realized the next 2 weeks is going to be just terrible. So after it gets 2 days of fishing, I get girls' nights, sleep-ins.
See, it's all about the give and take.
Endless gratitude for being the best wife out there.
Yeah. Maybe he'll be your cameraman when we finally start taking feet pics.
I thought that, though. You think you need a second shooter for that? You've got your perspective, like a wedding.
Lauren and I joke about this all the time.
But for real.
We both saw the same video on TikTok last week.
Yeah.
They asked this woman how much money she made a year, and she said $350,000. And they asked her what she did for a living, and she sells feet pics online. I have feet.
I got 2 of them. All the toes still on them.
I'm seriously going to look into this.
I have.
You
We
got-
did some Googling.
We did do some Googling, and the thing is, though, you have to, when you come up, you can put in your name, how you want it to be displayed or whatever, and then some of the different websites, we are seriously considering this. Some of the different websites, you have to come up with, a whole story, a whole branding situation.
Like a foot background story?
Not a background story, but, tell people about yourself. Tell people why you're here. Tell people...
Wow.
I know. So I'm trying to think of different, because I want to make something so ridiculous up.
Yeah. The many walks of life.
Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, something kind of punny, something that...
That also makes me think it's a reputable site. It's not just anybody throwing their feet on there. Mm-hmm. It's someone that's come up with some truly creative pieces to this.
I also think that it's probably harder than we think it is.
I think we have really cute feet. I don't think it'll be
Yeah,
hard.
but it's got to be... Because when people talk to us about social media, and they're like, how hard is it? You just post pictures online. And we're like, let me tell you. It's more effort than you realize once you are into it and you start trying to create content and stuff. And I will say, it comes to some people very, very naturally, jealous of those people. But I feel like this is probably going to be more complicated than we think it is.
I think you had a great idea about videos of pedicures. Can you imagine? We get in there when they're doing the thing on your heel.
The pumice.
The pumice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to hit you up for some of those foot terms. Because, I do think we're actually going to do this. Just to see.
Just to see.
It follows the theme of doing the damn thing. We've talked a lot about feet pics. Mm-hmm. Let's just do them. We're coming into our prime. We're going to have tan toes in the summer.
That's true.
We can wear the hot colors. Come on.
Yeah. We got to think of some content pillars, though.
We can do oh my God, we can do water, air, fire, wind. Elements, thank you.
Yes.
We can do lake feet pics, feet out the car pics for air. We can do little bonfire pics.
Ooh.
I know.
That's a great one.
Those are some strong pillars. And people are going to be like, water feet.
Wow.
Sign me up and let me become a subscriber.
Yeah. My worst fear, though, is that, down the road, you're applying for, your ultimate dream job, and they Google your name, and, that comes up, and they're like, what is this about? And you're like, oh, it's just a little side hustle.
And when they ask us about it, we can discuss our commitment to finishing a project.
Well, that's some good spin.
Commitment, and maybe it's a job that requires you on your feet all day. Wouldn't you want someone that takes extra good care of their feet and has wicked amounts of energy? Because that's their livelihood. Spin it all day, baby. They're going to love our feet by the end. That shouldn't hold us back.
Okay.
Our feet are getting out there.
Yeah. Are you going to have your own, or are we going to do this together and
offer...
we could split it.
Oh.
You know?
That could be a good little pillar.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I've got some weird images popping into my mind right now
and
that I think would do well.
Okay.
So.
I'd like to hear these. Maybe like after this though,
Right.
Because maybe we should talk about it before we go live with it. But would you use the social media following that you've already accumulated? Like, would you use your same username as you do on Instagram?
No, I don't
You would
think
use
so.
a different
I think
username
so.
and start from scratch?
Yeah, I feel like I think feet would gather a following pretty quick. If what I've heard is true in the feet world. Would you?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking about when I was looking at these websites. You can pick your username. It can be whatever you want.
Wow.
As long as it's available,
Right.
Of course. Of course. I wouldn't want to, just blatantly copy someone's username. But I also feel like I need to do a little research.
I'd want something like foot creative, like foot cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something a little punny, but like
Yes.
something kind of cheeky.
Yep. Lures you in because you're like, oh, I don't know. That name makes me think they have hot feet.
We're going to put your kids through college with feet pics.
I'm telling you. And you know what? I'll be super public about it. I'll write a book. How'd you make your millions? Right here, baby.
Feet pics.
Right here.
Feet pics are us.
OPI Lavender.
Sponsor us.
Right?
OPI.
We have only the brightest of futures.
This podcast is going to serve a very specific set of people. Mm-hmm. And it's probably not our usual listener.
No.
What a way to start off with we're going to scare people with our first video feed.
I think it's really a hole in one.
Yeah.
That's good. I was trying so hard. Did you see my brain racking as I was like, come up with a super funny foot moment? What kind of things do people say about feet? And nothing. But it's good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah. As usual, head in the clouds, feet on the ground.
Oh!